Hey guys, it's Ray here from RWilco12 and EpicDroid.com, and we are here today to look at a device that was one of the first in its class. It came out just under a year ago in 2017, and it raised a lot of interest when it was announced. We're here today to see how the Ulefone Mix 2 has held up, and to see if it was worth the hype 1 year later. Personally, I really like the Mix 2. It is a unique blend of old and new, and it packages it all in an affordable device. When it was released in October of 2017, it was supposed to take on the likes of the Galaxy S8 and other flagships that had come out earlier in the year. With the Mix 2, there were definitely some trade-offs when compared to other more expensive devices. But those trade-offs don't look so bad when you're looking at the price tag of the Mix 2. So given its age and its price point, the Mix 2 comes with some fairly decent specs. The Mix 2 features a 5.7-inch HD Plus IPS LCD display with a resolution of 720 by 1440 and an 18:9 aspect ratio. For the brains of the device, it comes with a MediaTek quad-core 1.3 GHz MT6737H processor, 2 gigs of RAM, and 16 gigs of internal storage. It also comes with dual SIM and micro SD card support and a 3,300 mAh removable battery. Now before we go too much further, we'd like to take a quick second and thank our friends over at Banggood.com for sponsoring this video. Banggood.com was kind enough to provide us with this Mix 2 for our review. If you're interested in the Mix 2, stick around and see what our thoughts are on it, and then hit the link in the video description down below to order one for yourself from Banggood.com. So first off, let's talk about what it is that I like about the Mix 2. The first and the biggest thing is the removable battery. The Mix 2 comes with that 3,300 mAh battery that should be able to get you through most days with moderate usage. But when you get into some really heavy usage, or if you aren't near a charger, it is super convenient that you can pop off the back of the phone, throw a replacement battery in there, and you're good to go. It also means that when you've had the phone for a while and your battery begins to go out, you don't have to replace the whole device, and you don't have to pay someone else to replace the battery. You just go online, you order a replacement battery, put it in, presto, your phone is just like new. The second thing I like is the screen. Now, full disclosure, you will not get the screen that Ulefone shows in all their advertising. Their advertising is very misleading, and it makes it look like the screen is almost completely to the edge on all sides. It comes close, but it is nowhere near what it was being advertised as. That being said, I feel like the display is still fairly sharp and does a really good job, despite the lower resolution and the awkward aspect ratio. The screen manages to look crisp and bright, and thanks to that lower resolution, it gives you much better battery life than you would be getting otherwise. The third thing I love about the Mix 2 is simply the price. The phone is currently selling for just over $100 on Banggood.com, and that is brand new. Any decent budget phone is going to be anywhere from 2 to 3 times that price. Yes, the specs aren't the best when you compare it to a flagship device, and yes, there are definitely some trade-offs. But at that kind of price, I'm willing to make a few allowances. Lastly, I liked the feel of the phone in the hand. It's just the right weight where it sits comfortably without being too heavy or too light. The metal and plastic body fits very nicely in the hand and feels quite sturdy. It's been a long time since I've had a phone that I would feel comfortable carrying around without a case. With the Mix 2, I feel like that's something that I can get away with. And if for whatever reason you guys don't feel comfortable carrying your phone without a case, it does come with a free case in the box. So now for the things I didn't like. For the most part, the things I didn't like were fairly minor things. It comes with micro USB instead of USB-C. The screen protector they put on it doesn't actually cover the full screen, and a few other little small things. As far as big complaints, I really only had 2. This phone is the fingerprint magnet king. Both the back and the front of the device are extremely sensitive to fingerprints, and you will find yourself constantly wiping the phone off on your shirt or pant leg. It's a real shame too, because if it weren't for all the fingerprints, this is one good looking device. The second complaint I have is the lack of updates. The phone shipped with Android Nougat, and 1 year later, it's still on Android Nougat. And the last security patch it got, January 5th of 2018. Ulefone should be doing a much better job at keeping their devices up to date. At the very least, they should be keeping the security patches coming. Now, one quick caveat for our viewers in the US. Please keep in mind that this phone was designed for use internationally. It does not come with the necessary band support to use it here in the US. If you do get it, you may get lucky and get some intermittent 2G and 3 connections, but you will rarely get any 4G connections. If you're looking for a budget device that will work in the US, hit up the link below for some of our other budget device reviews. Now in closing, I would say the Ulefone Mix 2 is a solid device, especially at the price point of $100. Now before we sign off, I just want to throw one more quick shout out to our friends over at banggood.com. Thank you again for sponsoring this video and for providing us with the opportunity to try out the Mix 2 for ourselves. So if you're interested in getting the Mix 2 for yourselves, hit the link in the video description down below. If you guys have any questions or comments about the Mix 2, feel free to hit us up in the comment section and we will reply as soon as we are available. If you guys have enjoyed this video and you want to see more like it, please remember to give us a thumbs up and to share it with your friends. And as always, I just want to take a quick second to tell you all thank you for watching, thank you for all your support, and you all have an awesome day.